Well, how y'all doing today? Hope y'all having a blessed day. So, I'm gonna make some papas with fresh jalapenos out of my garden. Now, I only have a little patio garden, and they don't really get a whole lot of sun, so the peppers aren't that big. But there was a day when I could grow all kinds of peppers, and they got to a good size. But I'm gonna utilize these. Okay, I have had these. Taking out the caps, the ribs, and the seeds. That's where a lot of the heat is. Um, Not so much if you buy them in the store because they are a product of a greenhouse and you're lucky if you get any that has any heat at all. Now, what I got going here is cream cheese, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic pepper. I'm going to mix that all up to stuff my jalapenos with. There is another way to do this, and I have done it before. If you do uh, have a harvest of large jalapenos, you can cut what's like a little door in, and you can scoop out the ribs and the seeds. Then uh, they're really hot. I mean, super hot if you leave the seeds and ribs in there. But you can cut like a little door in them. And the best way to scoop out some of that stuff is with a baby spoon. And then you can just leave them whole. And I got my bacon ready because I'm going to wrap them in bacon. Now, if you want to make something called a Texas Twinkie, you're going to want to add some corned beef to your cream cheese mixture, preferably smoked corned beef, which I have made on a smoker, and wrap them in bacon, and that's what makes a Texas Twinkie. Anyway, I'm using what I got, and so I'm going to go ahead and stuff these. Now, I already got a little bit of olive oil going in this pan right here. It's just to keep it from sticking until the bacon starts cooking. And you want to cook these until the bacon is not really hard and crispy, but done and soft. Okay, so I have these stuff in my cream cheese mixture. Years ago, when they came out, jalapeno poppers were originally stuffed with cheddar cheese. And then they had this big thing with the price of fuel going up. And all of a sudden, imported cheeses kind of sort of disappeared, and more of them were made in the United States or a reasonable facsimile. I will have to say that Pennsylvania still had a good variety of cheese. After that, it was just a reasonable facsimile. They were good. They were really good. So I have these stuffed again. If you have a big garden, you're going to get a bigger yield, a bigger pepper. You're going to be able to stuff them more in there. And I did mention there is another way to stuff these. Now, I've been stuffing and growing my own jalapenos for years. So it does not bother me to handle them without gloves. But if you don't have any experience, you really need to, okay? And you need to keep in mind that you do not want to touch your eyes, your face, your lips, or any of your private parts because you'll definitely, even if you wash your hands, the acidic acid gets on your fingers and you are definitely going to be suffering for hours. So I'm about to wrap these in bacon. All right, so I got them all wrapped up in bacon. I'm going to add a little black pepper to them before I pop them in there. You're going to want to use a smoked bacon, whether it's cherry wood or hickory smoked. Mesquite, if you can find it, is good. Again, if you have the room to grow a garden, you're going to have a bigger pepper. If you buy them in the store, they're not going to be that hot. Pardon me. If they're greenhouse grown jalapenos. If you can get some that are grown in Mexico, chances are they're going to be hot. Again, pardon me. Pardon me. I'm dealing with the getting the fumes from the hot peppers, and these peppers are hot. They're not big, but they are hot. Most of my peppers, I grew several peppers this year. Hot banana, Thai chili, jalapeno, and ghost peppers. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven. Now I don't want the bacon on it to get real hard and crispy, but I want it to be cooked all the way, right? So I'm gonna pop them in the oven.